I genuinely have no clue how I'm going to play all these games in 2026. This is like the third time, or maybe even more than that, on this young channel's history that I've like made a video on this topic. I didn't even know this was coming today. I didn't know we was getting no game showcase today. How do y'all even keep up with these? Earlier today, Xbox had the developers direct showcase, and bruh, I wasn't expecting release dates for games I was looking forward to, in addition to some other games that I ain't gonna lie, I don't really care about them, to be completely real with y'all. We're gonna talk about the games that I want to play and that y'all know I've been excited for, because I've made videos about that before. Or maybe you don't now. This is a baby channel, and let's be honest, I've at times been making videos for crickets on here. But that's cool, because we're gonna talk about it, and I know you're probably thinking, well, why are you only focusing on the games that you care about? That's actually simple. Because it's my fucking channel. And this is exactly what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be playing what I want to play, just like you. But there was a whole showcase here. Don't expect too many games. I think it was just 4 in total. You know what? I'll give y'all a little rundown of the entire event. We'll touch a little bit on the games that were showcased too, that I don't care about. And then we're going to get into the meat and potatoes. We can get into the entree, you feel me? And talk about the 2 games that I'm hyped for. I've told y'all before too. Now, I do want to say, to the God of War fans, I know I am still playing every single God of War game, and yes, I'm about to get back into making videos and getting back into content. I think I had like 2 weeks off, but you know the best part about being an undiscovered, unknown, small YouTube channel is because I can take a little break like that when there's a lot of shit going on in life, and when I kind of just want to game by my damn self, and nobody cares. The people who watching me already gonna come back and continue to watch, and then this is probably your first time seeing me, which means I'm pretty much almost always in front of a new audience. But we getting back into the Let's Plays. But let's talk about some stuff that y'all will get Let's Plays for, or at least some level of gaming content here on Game Over Airs, you know, in the future coming in 2026. So with Xbox Developer Showcase today, we got 4 games showcased in total, 2 of which one I don't give a damn about. Another I probably will end up playing because I loved the last one, but I probably am gonna backlog it, not gonna lie. And then 2, I'm playing day 1 when they launch. So let's get into it. So Forza Horizon 6, this is a game we pretty much already knew was like on the way. We knew we was getting a new Forza game, and I know a lot of people hyped for that. It's coming from Playground Games, and this time it is set in Japan, with this one set to be Forza's biggest map in the franchise's history. That's tough, especially when you factor in that there will be over 550 new whips at launch. Now for me, I played Forza Horizon 5, and I actually logged in like over 60 hours on that on my trusty Steam Deck. So I love Forza. It was cool driving through Mexico last time. I was grinding that out. That was with me when I was on flights. That was with me when I was just chilling in the bed. I think I might skip out this time around, but don't bank on that. I really enjoyed Forza Horizon 5, and Forza Horizon 6 looks like it's going to be even better. They're really hype about this release. It's looking good, so if you into that, go get that. So that's a game I've got like 1 foot in, 1 foot out on, or at least I'm just gonna backlog it. But for this next game, this is one I don't particularly care about. I don't think it's anything bad. It looks like it's gonna be some good fun. And it is called Kiln, which is described as an online multiplayer pottery brawler. Whole time I saw this getting showcased, I was thinking, what made these niggas want to make this game? I'm not gonna lie. There's nothing, that's not even like in a bad way. It's like, you're gonna be like pots and pottery and vases, and you beat each other's ass. This is coming from Double Fine Productions, and I think it is slated for, yep, it's coming spring 2026. Not really my cup of tea, but somebody gonna get this. It looks like it could be really good fun. I don't think it looks like a bad game by any means. This is just one I'm gonna skip out on when the release comes, when the game releases. I'm not even gonna know that it came out that day. I'm not gonna sit up here and lie. Now I want to get into what like is the peak of this showcase and exactly why. I think I'm gonna title this video like I don't know how I'm gonna play all these games in 2026. I have, something along the lines of that, because we got 2 games in this showcase that I'm fiending for, y'all. Now the first one is the Fable reboot. This is coming from Playground Games, and if you were listening, Playground Games also is working on Forza Horizon 6. So they multitasking, and if these both come out how they were showcased today and they deliver on expectations, I ain't gonna lie, they cooking in the studio. Now for me, this will actually be your boy's first Fable game. Now you're probably sitting there thinking, well, you love action-adventure RPGs, so how have you never played a Fable before? For context, the first one came out when I was 4. The most recent one, Fable 3, came out when I was 10. So it's been a slight lengthy period of time. Hey, I'm excited to get my hands on this first Fable because it seems like the reception that this got today, it seemed like y'all hyped for this. Everybody I've seen, maybe not everybody, because you know some people be grifting, let's be real. And some people just fucking negative all the goddamn time about gaming. We don't do that shit over here on my channel. We don't do that just in my gaming life in general. If I want to play some shit, I'm going to be hype about getting my hands on it when it eventually comes out, and hopefully it lives up to expectations. I'm only going to focus on the stuff I want to play and enjoy. Why? Because this is my me time. This is my leisure time. This is when I get to immerse myself and have a fuck ton of fun. And if I don't want to play this shit, I damn well I'm not going to sit here bitching about it. But it's got me hyped with this classic European-centric fantasy setting. We're getting a ton of mythical enemies, and overall the world in general just looks like it's sprawling with a ton to do. And that's what's really pulling me in. This living, breathing fantasy world that they've clearly put a lot of TLC into. They really highlighted that there's a number of decisions you can make throughout the entire course of the game that not only shape the world, but your journey as a whole. You can be a landlord to characters and offer them a home or evict them, and they gonna remember that. I mean, the details that they shared, this just feels like a really truly immersive RPG, and that's what you love to see. It feels like your story can be crafted in such an assortment of different ways. You want to buy your own crib, you can do that. You want to get married, you can do that. You want to start a family, you can do that. You want to get divorced, you can do that. And your ex gonna remember it. In this type of classic fantasy setting, the gameplay looks dope, the visuals look crazy. Sure, people gonna talk about the frame rate and optimization of these games all the time. Yes, it's gotta run the right way. But man, if they deliver on what they showcased today, then you can go around the internet and see exactly why people are clamoring over this. This is slated for fall 2026. Now, what I will say is with it being slated for autumn 2026, if you recall, I've talked about Fable in my videos before. If you've never seen me before, then go watch them or just ignore that I talked about this before. But I did say, man, y'all really writing this pre-alpha footage like into the sunset. I was thinking that if this game had not even been canceled, that this was probably something that was more so going to come out in 2027. And damn, I might have been wrong. I've done that with a couple games and been proven wrong. So I might be wrong, but I will say, yes, when they take that autumn time slots, I want you to keep in mind there's another game that you kind of have to stay away from, although them niggas probably not gonna drop, but you have to be safe, so November's not an option for them. So you've got like August until October if you're Fable, and one bad week in the office means you go into 2027 like I thought. But the fact that it is actually slated for a 2026 release makes me very hopeful. So dude, I'm hyped for this come the end of the year. And then the other game I want to talk about is another one that I've touched on, because in my first video where I talked about how 2026 should be a historic year in gaming, as well as one of my more recent videos where I gave like my top 10 most anticipated games of 2026, I talked about this game, featured it in the honorable mentions of one, and it is Beast of Reincarnation. To put it short, this shit looked dope. Now, y'all already know I was hyped about this game already because this was giving me like Black Myth Wukong vibes mixed with, you know, some Stellar Blade elements. For some reason, a little bit of Horizon. It just looked like an assortment of different games that I would be interested in or have been interested in played before. But at the same time, this felt different. Now, I was already hype about it, but today, what they showcased today sold me even more on it. Straight up, the gameplay looked crazy, bro. The bosses that we've seen showcased in this look like Souls-like level of epic, and they damn well look like they gonna whoop your ass a little bit, but you know, y'all already know I'm up for that challenge. They look cinematic. There's a ton of common enemies, and like the cool thing about the gameplay is, yes, it's gonna have a parry mechanic. It might even have a perfect dodge mechanic. We saw a lot, and they was moving in there. The combat looks like it's gonna be fluid. It looks like it's gonna be smooth. But what really stood out to me in the gameplay was the fact that you play with a character that basically has a wolf companion, and I guess if you build up your parry meter, like points that you build up from like perfect parries in the game, you basically enable this ability to where you can do like this turn-based strategy move through the wolf, like to inflict offense and attack damage. And that was damn near giving me like Expedition 33 vibes on that. I thought that was really innovative and a cool way to make almost like this hybrid gameplay system where you've got real-time combat that's going to be badass, and that's what I prefer. I'm not really a turn-based guy, but then you have like this almost like turn-based element in it. You'll have to see it to know what I'm talking about, but that shit looked tough. But aside from the gameplay, aside from all that, it is like the narrative of this game, like what they show today and how they're going heavy with this story and the world building, the narrative today might be the new main draw for your boy. They got a story to tell here in what is, I believe, post-apocalyptic Japan. As plant life has absolutely taken over, people really need to do more stuff with like plant fiction, horror, whatever it may be. Just do more with the plants. People don't tap into that enough. But overall, Beast of Reincarnation just feels like a very unique IP. I remember when I first saw this trailer, I thought this was years and years and years away. But instead, we actually got a release window for it today. Not quite a date, which makes me a little skeptical too. But we did get a release window, and it is slated for summer of 2026, which you already know got your boy hyped. Because damn, there's so much to play this year. Now, the fact that they didn't give us a date is a little weird, because if you think you're going in summer, you know, May through July, maybe August, you would think you have like an idea for a date. Nonetheless, if there are any delays, I mean, I think they still would have a substantial amount of time for the rest of the year to actually still make 2026. So this is just adding to a loaded lineup as of right now, which is why I made this video. And y'all, I have no damn idea how I'm going to play this many damn games. I talked about it before. Y'all already know I'm waiting for Phantom Blade coming in September. It's slated for as of right now. Y'all already know I'm hype about Crimson Desert. These are some of the games I've been most hyped for, with the most anticipation built up inside me in my entire life. Man, y'all can go back and watch my past video where I talked about my most anticipated games of 2026. Y'all already know I got a loaded schedule on here. Tides of Annihilation. Man, go back and watch that video. Y'all already know. But you're starting to see more and more, which a lot of people agreed with my sentiments too, but you're starting to see more and more why I was talking about why 2026 could be a historic year in gaming. Because the two games I'm walking away with at this showcase leave me feeling very satisfied. They're two games I know I'm playing on launch. They look like they have immersive worlds, great gameplay, and something that an action-adventure RPG enjoyer is gonna have a ton of fun with. So overall, this Xbox showcase, or as I like to call it, the not-so Xbox showcase, considering all this shit is still going to PlayStation. But I just wanted to get on here and talk to y'all about two games that I'm super excited for, that I've talked about briefly here on my channel, my very young and new channel. But if this is the level of quality we can expect knowing the games that are slated to come out this year, I genuinely do not know how I'm going to play all these goddamn games. I just got back from the gym before I made this video. I am freaking exhausted. Y'all can see I didn't even make my bed up. Why? Because I'm literally about to jump in that hoe. About to go to Shake Shack, get something to eat, and then try to edit this video and get it out for y'all today when the Xbox Developers Direct happened. But if you get it the day after, charge it to the game. I was tired. Let's Play content's coming back. But damn, I do gotta speed up my gaming pace right now, because we got a lot to get through.